Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Unity. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, totally glossed over me that it's Cinco de Mayo today. So, yay. Yeah, yeah.
We were celebrating Star Wars Day yesterday.
Yeah, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
And also with you. Yes, welcome, welcome. Good to have all your smiling faces here. And we welcome anybody who is also watching us live from the comforts of their home, on YouTube or Zoom. Thank you for being with us. Now, the lovely, very Reverend Marianne friend. Good to have you as always. Our amazing musician, Melissa Olsen, we love you. Yours truly as your technician. Good. Here to serve in love. And Gladys Finnecane, our lovely usher. And thank you to our amazing spiritual team for being with us. How about a sing along?
All right, sing it with me. Loud. There's just one presence, there's just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There is just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. There's just one purpose, there's just one spark, burning in our souls like a candle in the dark. There is just one chorus we all can sing, with one great power let it ring. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. Let me hear you now. One great power. 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 One great power everywhere. There is just one presence, there's just one light, shining in the world like a beacon in the night. There is just one power we all can share, one great power everywhere. One great power, one great love, big as the ocean and the skies up above. One great spirit waiting in prayer, one great power everywhere. There is one great power everywhere. One great power everywhere. Good job. Good job.
That is Reverend Marianne friend. I apologize for the typo.
Oh, one great power. Today we opened to the divine possibility of that one great power. Today we open to the joy of oneness. Today let us open our hearts to the God within us and as all life. Let us close our minds to all that has come before this now moment and let go of all concern what is to follow in the future. Let us breathe in together the breath of God and breathe out a sigh of release, signifying our willingness to let go, signifying our willingness to come into the presence and into the power of God right here, right now. Into this presence, we bring order. Into this presence, we invite our dear ones that we hold in prayer. We invite situations that we hold in our hearts. And we pray now, seeing God in the midst of all, seeing divine order, seeing wholeness, seeing peace, seeing unconditional love, compassion, and empathy in all our affairs, in all of the affairs of others, in our planet, and in all regions of our country and of the world. We see the truth in every person and every situation right now. We see the energy behind it all, behind all life, making things right, making things perfect, perfect wholeness, perfect love, perfect light of God saturating everything and everyone. And we are blessed as this energy flows through us, as us, in us, out into the world and each other. Oh, sweet Spirit, we see you in ourselves and in each other, and we are blessed, and we are so grateful. Amen.
Keeping in that space, let us recite our new month's sacred prayers for the month of May. It is a new month. So let's start with inner peace. After me. The silence is my space of peace and renewal, guidance. I am a radiating center of light and understanding. Healing. I am an expression of infinite life. Prosperity. I live in a world of plenty, and I have consciousness of abundance. And world peace. I hold the world in a vision of harmony and peace. Beautiful. And since we're in this new month, let us celebrate May birthdays. Who has birthdays? Susan? Yes. Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, May, babies and Susan, and we love you so much. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday, May babies.
Yeah.
And Susan.
May,
Woo!
What day?
Yeah, keeping in that spirit, let's greet each other. Welcome back, welcome back. You can never have too many hugs. Have a little 8-year-old niece who would always sing this song. What was it? 4 hugs a day, that's the minimum. 4 hugs a day, not the maximum. Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
You got it?
Unity girl.
She is. 4 hugs a day. So, really not much in terms of announcements other than on the 26th we do have Reverend Dr. Gail Darren who will have who will be having her talk. And, you know, it's always great to have Reverend Gail with us She's been coming to Unity, doing talks for years now, maybe even longer than I've been around.
We're excited to have
Yeah, we're always very excited to have her. She's just a joy. And as gentle reminder, we do have the new daily words for the months of May and June for a love offering of $1 to $2. And if not, there's also the Unity website where you can sign up and get your daily words there. And as usual, I am your prayer chaplain. If you have a need that needs a prayer, then come up to me. I will gladly pray with you. And keeping in that, as we remind ourselves of prayer, let us come down into the heart space and meditate upon our daily word. Today, May the 5th, joy. I feel joyous as I celebrate life. Each new day is a treasure filled with life's gems, found in even the most ordinary moments. Joy fills my heart when I pause to notice the wonder that surrounds me. I let my gaze linger as I watch the setting sun, or close my eyes as I savor the sweetness of fresh fruit. Beneath the night sky, I breathe deeply and partake of the fresh, clean air. The beauty of the world pales in comparison to the beauty within me. I am so deeply and wondrously blessed to know my oneness with God and with all that is. There is no greater joy. I wake and praise each new day and feel newly alive. I go out into the world to share the joy of being a child of God in the abundant universe. I spread light and love to everyone I meet, trusting they will know the joy of God as I do. For you, O Lord, have made me glad by your work. At the works of your hands, I sing for joy. Psalm 92:4. And at this time, let us prepare for meditation.
There's only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. You are my reflection. There is only one.
So I invite you to settle into your seat. If you're holding anything in your hands or on your lap, I invite you to set it aside. Place your feet firmly on the floor. And bring your attention and awareness to your breathing. Breathing into the heart. And visualizing a swirling whirlwind, gathering up all worries and stress into a tight ball of light. And on the next exhalation, I invite you to breathe it out and release it back to God, renewed and restored to its original purity. And taking a nice, clean, healing breath back in, repeating the process. Any residue worries, any residue darkness, any residue stress gets caught up in this whirlwind of the breath of God and sweeps right out through the exhalation. And now breathing in into the heart space, we make a commitment for the next few moments to focus on the breath and relax as we go on a journey. I invite you to visualize the world as you see it. Identify all of the things that worry you, the black and white of the grim world. Bring it into your mind's eye just for a moment. As you continue to breathe into your heart, I invite you to take a few deep breaths and let that picture go. As a new picture takes its place, a world of vivid color. I invite you to walk with me down a sandy beach. The sky is sparkling blue. The cool ocean breeze coming off the large sea in front of you. Breathe in that cool ocean air. And listen as birds sing their songs above your head. May you hear children laughing and couples talking. You feel the serenity of this moment and whisper gratitude, words of gratitude. Something's changed from the moment the world turned from black and white to color. What is it, you ask yourself? What changed? Did the world change? Or am I in a dream? And you breathe and walk, noticing the peacefulness of the moment. And you think to yourself, I wish this would never end. As you continue walking down the shoreline with a lightness in your step, vitality flowing through the body. You feel young and healthy, full of life and joy. And you see up in the distance a figure coming towards you. And the figure looks familiar. You can feel the radiance pouring off of this person. As they draw closer, you begin to make out the features, and the realization comes to you that this person is holy. Is it an angel? Who is this? You feel the love pouring directly towards you. You feel goodwill and a sense of healing energy as they draw closer and closer. Slowly, this soul steps before you, and you notice their shining eyes looking directly into yours, and a sense of peace and well-being floods your entire body. Tears flow down your face as you realize you are meeting God. This angel takes you into its warm embrace. And in that moment, you melt together and become one. You've met your soul. You've met the God that you are. And the separation has ended. And you turn around, this sparkling golden light body. You feel it now, you're radiating light in every direction. You are the light of the world, literally. And you turn around, spin around in a dancing, whirling dervish of a dance, and your light flies off in every direction, touching those around you. And as this new reality settles into your awareness, you open your God eyes and you look around at the people on the beach, and you know that your reality has changed forever, as all you see are God. Every person is a God, and you cannot see their bodies, and you cannot see their darkness, and you cannot see their imperfections. All you see is the essence of God. And so you begin walking through the crowds and seeing God everywhere. And your journey has just begun. Because as you lay your eyes on each person, they come to the realization of the truth of their being in that instant. And they wake up. And the world wakes up. And we all realize that we are one presence, one power, one love. And so I invite you to take this truth, because it is the truth, into your hearts right now, the truth of who you are. a wave coming up out of the ocean of God, individualized as you. This is the truth of who you are. And I invite you to take this truth, take this message, this golden light that you are, into your awareness. Take it as truth now, as we rest in the silence. Now, as we come back into the awareness of this room, back into these physical bodies that are the home of this Christ that you are, I invite you to slowly, at your own pace, come back into the room and open your eyes. And when you do, I invite you to take a look around, look at each other, and see that God. See you. See the Christ in each other. And say the words, I behold the Christ in you. And so it is. Whenever you're ready. Can we turn the heater down a little, please? Thank you. Happy May. Good morning. So happy to be here. You know, I was thinking during our meet and greet that unity is medicine. It's sacred medicine. I was feeling anxious and a little overwhelmed this morning just with what's been going on at home. And you people, Christ, individualized Christ, gave me a healing just in that moment of going around meeting and greeting each other. And sometimes we think, well, we just did it. We just got here. So why are we doing this again? It's so important to see each other this way. Because in the world, we don't normally treat each other in this way. It's more superficial and the black and white world of the meditation. So I just bow deeply to you guys. Thank you. I just have a few extra announcements. I just want to thank Kay, Susanna, Susan, Antoinette, our wonderful, wonderful board for all the hard work they're doing and the things that you don't necessarily see right here, right now. There's so much going on behind the scenes and surprises coming up. Next Sunday, you'll see a big surprise. We're finishing up this sanctuary, and it's going to be magnificently beautiful. And thanks to our project manager, Kay, for doing all that. You're just wonderful. I mean, she's astounding. So thank you so much for that. And what? And Dawn, absolutely wonderful, Dawn, bringing the baseboards and all the hard work you do. You're a wonderful volunteer, and we love you so much, Dawn. We appreciate you so much. And so I just really want to let you guys know how wonderful you are. So my talk today is called The Joy of Oneness. And then I read the Daily Word this morning, and it's on joy. How wonderful. So I'm sure we all feel like this, but there was a time when I felt like everything was against me. Anybody else ever felt like that? That things just keep on happening, keep on happening. And then one day the light broke. You know, like, it's like, I keep thinking of the movie with Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, you know, she felt that way, right? You know, everything, she had to live with Auntie Em and all the wicked witch, and they're going to take her dog and all the, you know, I didn't know I was going to talk about that. But life feels like that sometimes. But I have to say the light that broke for me really was unity. These teachings, these principles, and the people, the Christ lights that make up unity, because unity is made up of people, like-minded people that want to practice these principles together. And you think that you're just saying some words on Sunday morning, but really what you're doing is transforming this world one blessing at a time. You really, really are. I can't tell you how these teachings and the people that have demonstrated and practiced these teachings have changed my life. That the light that broke for me was coming into a unity church on a Sunday morning and having someone say to me, "I behold the Christ in you." I mean, it's life-changing. We take it for granted somewhat. I have taken it for granted because I've been in it 30 years. It's so profound. So how do we increase that? How do we increase that in our life? We do that by giving it away, by being that even more, not just on Sunday. I'm sure you can't go into Safeway and start saying that. But you can make it Safeway safe. Yeah. At Monica Hart's workshop last Saturday, which was phenomenal, by the way. Thank you, Monica, if you're listening to this. It was very heart-centered. It's a big topic. It was called The Gateway to Conscious Aging and Living. And so you're thinking, what? We're going to talk about drinking enough water, or, you know, it's a broad subject. And the world, you know, wants to sell you everything about trying to stay youthful. But it was about these principles and staying in gratitude. And the gateway is gratitude, right? That was my takeaway, that we give each other grace. It was a wonderful workshop. And she's going to be coming back at the end of next month, doing a dive into prayer talk with a workshop after, affirmative prayer. It's going to be amazing. So I have all these advertisements in my talk this morning. So some of you guys know this. I brought my mom to come and live with me on Thursday. She moved in. She is now on hospice care. So I am her main caregiver. And to say that we have a complicated relationship is an understatement. So it's like, you know, you bring your reality and your world as kind of like a tight ball. And you're grounded and everything's going good. And then life comes around all the time and will change dramatically, and your ball kind of flies apart, and it's magnetic. It has a magnetic center, and everything's going to fly back together, but you don't know when or how it's going to look. So my ball of reality is kind of flown apart right now, and I feel triggered and unsettled and unsure of what's going to happen. I know that everything's going to be okay. And our relationship has come full circle. I have a few little notes about this. So when life is settled and you're for me, I'm in my routine, which I like to have to know what's going to happen, and I like my house in order, and I don't like things half done. And I'll just say, we had our grandson, I love him to pieces. Kevin came to do our lawns, and if you've seen our lawns, it's a massive project. There's 3 different areas, and one of them's a half an acre. So he came to do our lawn a week ago, last Sunday. First thing that happens is he gets halfway done with the second lawn, which he didn't finish the first one, gets to the second one, which is my 97-year-old mother-in-law's lawn, and she's like I am, very OCD. She wants her lawn done right. Gets halfway through it, he hits a rock and the lawnmower breaks. So now I have 2 lawns that are halfway mowed and another one that hasn't been touched. Very triggering. Because I'm someone who likes to see a job completed, not half done. It's like every time I look at him, oh God, I can't look. So now Mom comes to live with me. My mother in my house. Oh my God. And at the same time, she's on hospice. She is totally dependent on me for everything, for all of her care. So I'm super busy. I am running and running and running and running, and I am not having time to sit in meditation and take my mindful walk and just do whatever the heck I'm used to doing on my own time. But that the stuff my tools that give me peace, there's no time for. There's no time for formally sitting down and saying, okay, this is my time with God for prayer. Because the bell will start, I gave her a bell. So, how do we find that connection? Because the first thing we have to do for our peace of mind is to connect our Bluetooth to God, to our source. Not that source is separate, because it isn't. It's who we are. It's to remember to turn within and to acknowledge it. That golden light within, that is the life force, the breath of our bodies. This is a shell. Who we are is inside. And during all that this week, I haven't been able to remember that that's who I am, because I've been on like a robot automation. So how do you do that? Sometimes we have to pray on the go. And sometimes our prayer is service. And so maybe I haven't been sitting down formally and doing this, and maybe you haven't had time either, because whatever's happening in your own life, because we all are dealing with something. Teaching 4th grade all of a sudden every single day for a week after being off. After having all this time because you had your physicality problems, which gave you a lot of time, downtime, right, Susan? Yeah. Now all of a sudden it's back on the rat race. So sometimes service is our prayer. Sometimes just remembering to be patient and kind and loving is our prayer. For me, once I realized it this week, that what I'm doing is a prayer. It's a physical prayer, and it's an active prayer, and it's a prayer that leaves me falling asleep, dead asleep at the end of the day, to where a good thing he can hear the bell. So how do we increase our good? We already know who we are. We have that. We're grounded in that we are individualized expressions of God, right? You guys all know that, right? You know who you are. So now it's time to give it away and to be of service to your neighbor, to your friend. We were talking about at the workshop with Monica last week that sometimes we compliment, and I'm guilty of that. We may compliment someone a lot on their looks, but do we compliment them on, or really see past looks to seeing the goodness of their acts of kindness or their charity or just their smile or something past the superficiality of life. That is service. Seeing people past the bodies. That is increasing the goodness that we are. How do we increase our good? By seeing it in others, by beholding it in others. So I ask myself when I am preparing to give a message, if I'm sitting there, if I'm Susan or I'm Gladys, how does this message help me? What does this have to do with me? What does your mother living with you have to do with me? Because I'm just reminding you of your superpower. And your superpower is love. Your superpower is empathy, and your superpower is seeing past the physicality of each other and seeing to the divine. Witnessing it increases it. Witnessing the light of God increases God's dominion on this planet. You could do it all day long. And it wakes people up, but it also wakes you up. It also heals you. As I care for my mom, I feel that tenderness for her that I haven't felt ever. I've been so angry with her my entire life. I mean, I remember before the anger that I just adored her and looked up to her as a little kid. Like before 5, I just thought she was the most beautiful person I had ever laid eyes on. And I would tell anybody on the planet she was the most beautiful person on the planet, her physicality. But she's a human being who hurt and hurt people. She's like a little child now. And I can practice being the Christ with her, even whether my intellect says this woman deserves anything from me or not. It doesn't have anything to do with her. I was gonna go look up a Mother Teresa quote and say that, but I'm just going to read you what I wrote yesterday. I hope my words today help you see that your love is your superpower, that forgiveness and mercy is your liberty. Because we have the choice, liberty or bondage, right? Liberty or bondage. I choose liberty in this moment. I want you to feel the joy of oneness permeate your soul this day and for every day that you're here on the planet. As I care for my mother, I feel a tenderness of love welling up, and I know that we are on a sacred journey together, and that she is healing me as well as we move into her transition. Her and I have been through the wars with one another. We have fought, and she has betrayed me over and over and over again. Today I choose mercy. I get to choose forgiveness. Why? Because it's who I am now. It's how I pray. I pray this with all my heart, that my children will see me through the eyes of mercy and compassion and tenderness. Every single one of us are worthy of these things. We all are. No matter what. It's up to us to be love and to express love and to release joy back into the ocean as we honor each other by being in service to love. When I say ocean, I mean God. Liberty or bondage? Which? I choose liberty. And I achieve liberty in my relationships in every situation in this lifetime. This creates the oneness of joy. I behold the Christ in you. Thank you.
In the stillness of the silence, I am one with perfect life. I am healed. I live in freedom. Joy now fills me, thrills me, mind and heart. In the stillness of the silence, I'm one with light and love. I am wise, my thoughts are loving. Peace now fills me, thrills me, mind and heart. In the stillness of the silence, I am one with God the good. I am trusting as I listen. Faith now fills me, thrills me, mind and heart. Faith now fills me, thrills me, mind and heart. Mind and heart.
Isn't it just good to just sit in that sincerely? Thank you, Reverend Marianne, for your amazing wisdom, as always. Thank you, Melissa. And let's just keep sitting in that as we go into our offering time, knowing we are one, never separated, never ever disconnected from our divine source. Take what you would give into your hands as we say our prayer together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
And we are so grateful for these gifts. We're grateful for the gifts of these people, these Christ beings that make up Unity Center of Stockton. We see these gifts that they give multiplied, pressed down and flowing over, blessing this ministry and blessing the city of Stockton, and moving out into the world, blessing everyone on the planet. And so it is. Amen. Gather around.
Take each moment.